Hey, what is up, people? So, decided to shoot a quick video about this one that I got in the beginning of the year. I did a brief kind of an overview, which was kind of pointless video, and I removed that shit. And was not planning to do a video, but I came up with the perfect title for for this watch, and you're probably already reading that. Clicked on being a little bit angry and upset if you like this watch, but yeah, it's kind of a joking title, but still I have some points to this. So let's start with the super basics on this. I'm not gonna be going under super in depth, but this is the most affordable Mudman, and I think it's the oldest one, the first G-Shock that is pretty sure it's the first one that is mud resist, or the first kind of a more popular one, I guess. It came up like 2006, 2007, something like that. It looks big, but it isn't. It's like 46, 47 millimeter, which in G-Shock terms, it's kind of small. You can check it out next to this Casio. You can see that it's pretty much the same size. So perfectly wearable for people who have smaller wrists. Also, pretty cool watch if you like an old school watch, because those things are kind of going out of production one by one. This is still in production, I think, but it's available only in the States and I don't know where else. But yeah, I had to order it from the US. I'm in Europe. It's I couldn't find this thing in Europe anyway. You can find it from Asia. I think some sellers from Korea ship on eBay. That's on eBay. But yeah, I don't know. They seem too good of a price there, so I'm not entirely sure if it's a legit thing or not. But yeah, 47 millimeter, plenty of functionality, couple of stopwatches running I think 2000 hours or something like that. You got 5 alarms, you got world time. You got funny things like, for example, this thing on the back, which is this mold, which is fun. It's like driving a car. This watch was targeted at race drivers or something like that. Even there's one super old commercial when they're the team that one of the teams that used Toyota Land Cruiser, they had one of these strapped. Apparently, or I don't know if it's true, but at least the commercial shows that they had one of these watches strapped to the outside roll bar of the Toyota, and the watch was there in the entire Paris-Dakar race. So yeah, also the racing team, as you can see here, the inner part of the straps. But yeah, super cool watch. If you are into the old school G-Shocks, you can still get this for around $100, and it's a fair price for what it is. But yeah, if you're not a fan of these watches and if you do not like this old school overly complicated stuff here and there, and you don't like quirky shit, this is what you're gonna hate. First of all, if you have watched any of the other videos about, because there are plenty, this is a watch that has been around for more than almost 20 years now, so you know that these buttons are hard to press, and yeah, like when it's new, it's worse. If you press it a little bit, it becomes a little bit easier. Here's the, oh, that's not focusing. That's the light. Let me see if that shitter will focus. Jesus Christ, that camera is kind of crappy, I guess. So one way to put it. Let me try something here. Let me try it like that. Ooh. You can see that it's not only that the screen is, for some reason, yeah, not only the display is lighting up, but also all the text here. That's this thing here, dual illuminator. This is what that means. It's fun and it's useless, because, well, it's useless. There's no point of showing all these things around here. But I guess if you have one of the chronos started, which I can do, if I, Jesus Christ, these buttons, if you start one of the chronos and go to the main screen, you can see that this is should be the top one. here, and I guess when you light it up, it lights up also the other thing, so you know the minutes. If you know that if this is, for example, to here, you know it's like 20 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. So that it's, I guess it's kind of useful, but at the same time, it's kind of a gimmicky. These buttons, man. Okay, let me get straight to the point. If you like to use the functions of your G-Shock, this is not a G-Shock for you. This is absurd. I mean, I know what it's like that because of the mud resistance. There's some additional layers of plastic or something like that under that and under the case itself, and yeah, it makes it tougher. But again, if you are not like me and you are not like into this particular old school G-Shock types, and yeah, having the knowledge that yeah, it's mud resistant, has this and that, and if you do not appreciate this kind of information, because I put aside the fact that somebody might actually use this watch in an environment where the mud resistance might be useful, but if we're just a regular folk that's it's buying watches, we usually like watches for a particular quirky reason. And the quirks of this watch are the mud resistant, that dual illuminator, and that's pretty much it. And also that race driver theme. Aside of that, this is probably the least useful G-Shock that you can get. Again, the buttons, just imagine when you're in an environment where you're doing something with your hands, you're kind of tired a little bit, and you need to flip to check something or start the chrono or the timer. You're going to be having a hard time. Even if you're out for a run or something like that and you tire yourself after a 20-minute run and trying to stop the stopwatch of this thing, pushing the mode button for stop. Anyhow, that's gonna, in doing this while the watch is on your hand. Let me try to show that makes it even worse, because it's not like you gotta, and the whole thing is like I mean, yeah, it's fun, but at the same time, it's kind of just, if you like the watch, get it and wear it. And if you want something for features and readability, I mean, you can clearly see that this Casio, which is like quarter of the price or even less, has a better screen. The buttons are easier to press. It has the same 200-meter water resistance. Yeah, of course, no mud resistance, no shock resistance, although this one can take a lot of beating. The light of it is absurd, but it works. I mean, you can tell the time during the night. So for those situations where you actually need a watch to use and use the functionality, this is a better option. Let me try to check something here. Yeah, but that's it. I mean, it's nice watch. I like it. I don't regret buying it, because soon these are going to be out of production, and if you like it, you will not be able to get it. And you know, second-hand G-Shocks, this has barely been worn, and you can see that there are some marks here, because kind of rubbing this resin, or which is basically the plastic slash rubber, rubbing it against itself will kind of start making it shiny, and will look pretty used after 6 months or something like that. This is with all G-Shocks. But yeah, if you like old school G-Shocks, apart from the 1 million variations of the 5600, you can get this one, or you can get the G-7900, which is basically the same functionality as this one. It has, without the mud resist. It's bigger and has bigger buttons, which are much easier to press. This is, if you're curious, this is the watch that I have. A couple of shorts. I have one of those put outside on a pole. He's been hanging there for like a year now, and it's doing fine. I'm just testing it out to see how much more how much more time it will be alive. But anyhow, yeah, that's it. Brief video, under 10 minutes. Yeah, fun watch. If you like it, get it while you can. Yeah, thanks, guys.